Hi, I'm Nathan Miller, and this is a general overview of your systems on the Luxe RV 42MD to your unit. First is generator. You click on it. You hold prime for 10 to 15 seconds. You hit start, and you can start your generator from the inside. Manual, you touch it, you dismiss this screen. It is not an error, but it then puts your generator in auto mode. What that does is it turns your generator on if your battery ever gets low. Your back button is right here, and also your power button is on the top. It turns that on and off. Your awnings, your awning light, that would be on, that's off. You got to hold on out and you got to hold on in. When the flap drops, you stop with out. Otherwise, it'll roll itself up backwards. So be mindful when that flap drops, let off of it. You can hold in until it's all the way in. If you go a little bit more, it doesn't hurt anything. Oops, sorry. Your slides. Your kitchen and your dinette are electric actuators. Your bedroom is cable driven. They sound a little bit different. This is a dreadful sound that it makes when it's all the way out or all the way in. You need to hold on these to make it work. The other one, your bedroom, sounds very nice. You probably don't hear much. That's very nice. So your lights are all broken down to toggles like this around your unit, but you can go in here and you can access everything. You can scroll through your pages right here. So everything that you see right here is not dimmable. If it does not have this screen, you cannot dim it. It is just an on or off. That's kind of backwards, but it worked, right? Your third awning. I don't know what both of them are for. You just hold down and it takes it all the way out. You don't have to worry about this because when it's done, it's done. This takes it all the way in. Triggers. It's your front and your rear tank heaters. If you need one, you're going to need the other. You want to use these when the temperature starts to get 35 degrees and below to stop anything from freezing and cracking. In your climate, this is where all your goodies are. You have an independent remote back in your garage, but in here, I'll start from scratch. So you can go to fan and you can adjust it high or low just like you would a normal thermostat, and you can set this to whatever temp. You can also schedule it. Just be mindful of how you're scheduling the cooling and the heat. So you tap that again, you got cool. I suggest leave it on auto so your thermostats work properly. Next, you got heat. And you see it says electric on source. That is coming from your heat pumps on top of your roof. You only want to run that at 40 degrees and above. Otherwise, it works too hard and it can possibly ruin your whole unit. This does not have your furnace option. That is only in your second zone and your garage. Notice that it says gas. You have to switch that manually. It does not do it by itself. But when it's on gas, it's running off your furnaces. You want to run those 40 degrees and below. You can put it on auto and it will toggle between the AC and the heat pumps. Back. In settings, you can download the app. And once you download the app, you'll come into Bluetooth. You go into pairing and you'll notice devices will start to come up, and then you pair your phone, and then everything I just showed you, you could do on your phone. Also, turn Wi-Fi on. When you get to where you're going, turn that on, and it will give all the updates that this unit has to give. You could also set a passcode for yourself. Do not mess with floor plan or other stuff. That is just for us. That will screw the lighting and other functions up in your unit. So down here, you got interior lights. You see the blue ring? That means everything's on. You could hit this and turn all the lights in your unit off. Exterior lights, same. If it's got the blue ring, it's on. That's going to be a light above your door and your blue LED lights all around your hydraulic legs. Your security lights are the bright white lights all the way around your unit. Your water pump option right here if you intend to boondock and you're going to run off of your tank. You can check your battery voltage right there. This exclamation point is an emergency feature. You hold on it, and it sends your unit into emergency mode, blinking on and off, trying to notify a neighbor that you're having trouble. The same way you went in is the same way you'll go out. There you go. Battery, you got your fresh water, your grays, a gray, and your black. So you'll switch that to go to your other black. There's nothing on this, so it's not going to read anything. That's nothing on that, so it's not going to read anything. And you opted for 2 fresh water tanks, it looks like. So you'll have to switch this to 2 to observe you filling your fresh water tank. Notice that all this is in percentage, not gallons. So your fresh water is 100 gallons, and your grays are 40 gallons. Your blacks are 40 gallons apiece. They are not 80 gallons as some paperwork may say. So your inverter should read the battery voltage as well. If it reads anything else, contact our service department and they'll get you sorted out. So here you have your hot water heater. Notice there's 5 different positions. I'll go over all these positions. Right now we're in the off position. 1 click up. This is the normal position. This means you're going to use more propane, but your water is going to get hotter quicker. Notice that the orange light is on. It should be solid if everything is running smooth. So at the very top it says eco. That means you're going to use less propane, but it's going to take longer for your water to get hot. Down here with the lightning bolt and the snowflake is your winterize mode. If you do winterize it, you'll put it down here. And then your clean mode. This is a 2-hour process, so it'll have indications of what it's doing and when it's done. You just need to go over your owner's manual, and that will give you everything you need to know about it. Inside this blue folder is going to be a lot of paperwork that you're going to want to go over. A lot of information particular to your unit, weight and other stuff, service information. Please read this when you get it. Other instruction manuals and all your remotes to your TVs and other electronics will be in here. When you get this, I suggest you read over a few instruction manuals and learn how to further use your brand new toy so you don't break it. Alright, so this is the den area in a 42MD. Your unit has a TV in it, but I want to show you what's behind your TV. Right here is your digital antenna. So when you get to where you're going, you're going to turn this on, and you're going to go to the search. And it's going to do a general search in full 360. Down here are for your minor adjustments. Also behind your TV is your WineGuard 2.0 switch. So when you do activate your WineGuard 2.0 through your service provider, this is how you're going to activate it from inside your unit. This is behind your TV in your den area. So you start your fancy gas stove. You got an igniter just like you would a propane grill. You press down on this, ignite it, turn it to the blue flame. Once it ignites, let off the igniter, hold down for a little while, and then you should be good. The element needs to heat up just a tad bit if it is cold. So hold down on it, otherwise it'll turn right off if it's not fully heated. So I'll hold down on it, let it heat up just a little bit, the flame stays. If you do it too quick, it goes out. So remember, hold on it. All right, so this is your stove top, and when you don't want to use your stove, these are the tops that are going to go on it. And this is going to be where you stow them. There is not a good place for these for when you're traveling. You cannot travel with it in here, and you cannot travel with it up here. They'll come off and cause damage. So you'll have to find a good place and possibly some styrofoam protectant, maybe in here or a drawer. That's up to you. All right, this is your silverware drawer, and this is where you're going to store a couple things. So you do remove it. You'll notice I already have your microwave glass in here. You have to store this when you drive. This will come out of your microwave and cause major damage if you do not store it away. Also, you have your sink tops. You're going to store those in there with it. There is enough room. There you go. See? I'm going to do it the right way. Work a little bit better. And there's that. It'll sit nice and flush, even if you had the other one in there. You have to use your WeBoost antenna. It's located up here in your cabinet. This is it. Oh, sorry. You notice that you have a lot of cable if you have to move it around to get a little bit better reception. So I'm going to start at your propane tank because you got your regulator on your curbside only. So here's your regulator. Note above your regulator you have an indicator. It's either going to be green or red. It's full right now, so it's green. I have this positioned to this tank right here. So that's your primary tank. It will automatically transfer to your other tank if it's open. But it won't tell you unless you have a Mopica digital system. So you'll have to look at this when it turns red and just kind of know when to fill it. All right, this is a little bit about your solar system. It's going to be pretty basic, but you have solar panels on top of your roof. This is the solar remote. This is going to convert that solar energy into your batteries down here, and that's what's going to give you all the information. Stop and prime. We're going to prime it. Make sure your breakers are both on. Yeah, it's how I feel. I heard it kick in. I normally hold that 10 to 15 seconds as well. Got low voltage. I was sitting over there for a while on play. But it does have fuel. Then you hit the stop. Just make sure your breakers are on. It's just a little cold up here. She needs some loving. So make sure that you follow the service information for your own good and your warranty on your nice Onan generator. These are going to be your low points. So when you go to winterize it, you're going to start here. You're going to open these up and start getting all the water out of your system. You got 2 fresh water tanks, and I'll show you in a little bit where those drains are underneath your unit. But you're going to start here, get all the water out of the lines, come here, blow some air through your system. You'll go through opening one faucet at a time so all that water gets cleared out of there. If you choose to run the pink antifreeze through it, put it here, you put it in winterized mode, then it will draw in once you turn your water pump on, and it'll go into all of your lines. But you'll have to close this again once you do that, otherwise it'll just pour right out. Your black flush 1 and 2, you monitor that through the sea level monitoring screen on the inside. If it's ever reading full and you know it's not full, go here with a water hose, run your water hose through here for about 10 minutes and let it drain out. It's gonna clear off the side of your tank and get it to read right. So here's your fresh fill. Notice we have it on tank. You'd want to run that if you're boondocking. If you want to fill your tank up, you'll hook the hose here and turn it on. But just be mindful, it'll overflow on the outside of your unit once it's full if you don't monitor it yourself. You turn it right here if you want to run off of city water and not tank. So you'll just need a hose right here, turn it on, and then you got water to your unit. You got 2 terminations for 1 black and 1 gray. That's probably going to be for your master bath and your washer and dryer, since it's in the front. Here, if you decide to get satellite or cable from wherever you're staying, this is where you're going to put it in. Is just a coax. Well, you will have to turn off your digital antenna to run the park's cable or satellite. Otherwise, it won't feed through. A little external solar if you want a little bit more. That's where you'll put that at. On and on. It does not matter which way you put it. So you'll just turn it on. You'll notice that green light come on. If you ever have an error with your system, it'll be blinking red. We did forget to do that inside. Huh. Now that I'm doing this out here. Your filter is going to go in here like so. You see it says top. Make it a little easy for you. And now you're good to go. This is also a pressure relief valve. Once you've opened the other 2 in your wet box, come up here and release that too to let the water off of your on-demand hot water heater system.